Yo, what is going on, guys? We're back today with another rank 5 rank up gameplay type video, and we're taking up a champion that I have wanted since Comic-Con, since I lost and never won her as a 6-star, Guillotine 2099. She is such an exquisite champion. I've been wanting her or Warlock for the longest time, and I finally pulled her out of the last featured crystal, and it didn't have time to rank her up. I didn't have the resources, but now I think I did this after the 6.4 Legends run. I was just overflowing on resources, so it was perfect timing. I finally had enough T2A to do whatever I wanted, so I'm going to go ahead and take her up to rank 5. She is unduped, and I think the Awaken ability gives her some just some more protection with a combo shield if you slip up, but I think there's another part to it too. I'm not sure, but she doesn't need the Awaken ability, and if you're playing Perfect, you don't need the combo shield. Plus, you can use the Nick Fury evades energy to kind of compensate for it. But I got a lot of gameplay, and I'm really excited to show it to you guys, especially this first fight, because whenever I first read Guillotine's abilities, the one thing came to mind, and it was using her offensively in Alliance War. Speaking of Alliance War, I'm actually parking her on defense now because she is insane with the flow tactics. But back to the train of thought I was on. So when I first heard her abilities, I thought of just an insane interaction with her, using her in Alliance War that I've never seen anyone talk about or use or show. So that's going to be the first fight I show today. And granted, I don't watch a whole lot of Guillotine gameplay in the last few months. I haven't really seen any. But yeah, I've never heard of anyone, or I've never seen anyone talk about using this kind of play style. But I think it's just super useful and just crazy. I think it's really awesome. So in the first fight you're going to see, I just got to use some random class ISO. I told you guys in the last few videos that I've just been drained on ISO, and this is partly why, because I keep feeding the wrong class to rank up champs. It's not smart, but you know, you got a new champ, you want to rank them up, you want to play with them, and I had to put her on defense, so kind of just I open all my crystals, and yeah, so just gonna feed her whatever ISO it really takes, whatever. And there we go, get her up to rank 5, level 65. So for this next fight, basically what I'm going to be doing is I'm fighting a Human Torch, and you know, Human Torch is kind of annoying, so I'm going to hide my face cam so I can really show you guys what I'm talking about here. So I'm going to be using the Assault function, which is going to power drain him. I believe it's on my medium, so it's kind of like Dormammu. But basically, my goal in this fight is to not let Human Torch use a single special. And I feel like this has a really good application in Alliance War. Just, you know, you never have to bait out a special attack. So watch how I play. I bait heavies, I use the reparry method, I hold my cower behind my block a little bit, but I never have to bait a special attack. Ever. You won't see me bait a special attack in this fight. And this is Act 6 Chapter 4. The next few fights are all in Act 6 Chapter 4. Really big health pools. But you see, when I end a combo, it power burns him, so he doesn't go right to an L3. And I never have to bait out a special attack. And like I said, I've never seen anyone talk about Guillotine or play her this way, but I think it's so good, man. I really like Guillotine, and this playstyle is sick. Like I said, this was the first application of her abilities that came to mind when I first read them way back when, but I never had her. But yeah, look at this. This guy's almost down, and I have not had to bait a single special attack. He didn't get off a single special attack in that entire fight, man. Just a ridiculous ability, and that could be applied to like all or nothing as well, that sort of thing. Just crazy, man. I really like Guillotine. I really like her pre-fight options. In this fight, I'm fighting a Havoc, and I'm going to go for the regens to try to heal up a little bit. And also, I have that armor up. As long as you leave one of the pre-fights, you're immune to Havoc's plasma detonations. So, oh man, I've been wanting a really good Havoc option, and Colossus is pretty good. Doc Ock is pretty good, but Warlock or Guilly, man. I've been wanting these two characters, one of them, just a really strong robot. Finally, I got Guillotine. I just wish I had her as a 6-star, man. Oh, she'd be my rank 3 tech option for sure. I'm really loving her. Because this is in 6.4, like I said. It's in the final quest. And it's pretty much, I'm using her to get to the Grandmaster to practice that fight and to try to get solos on him. And she just wrecks this path, man. She puts in so much work. The only kind of downside is the first fight, building up to a 100-hit combo. But you see all these fights are done after building up. I didn't want to bore you guys with the 100-hit build up in the fight before. Pretty much how you build her up is it just takes one fight, and you have to make sure that you finish said fight with an L3. The L3 will pretty much execute the opponent if they're at 5% or below. But yeah, so the way I like to play Guillotine is I just don't use specials. I just save to my special 3, and at the end of the fight, I just kill them with it, and that's it. That's really all I do. And yeah, dude, she's so great for Havoc. I love it. As we get above the 100 hits, you start to do a bunch of damage. You can see those numbers in red are hitting for like 1700. Those numbers can just go ridiculously high. I think Guillotine has some of the strongest damage potential in the entire game. Like, I've never even seen her fully ramped up at a full combo, because nothing in this game really survives that long. The damage potential for this character is just nuts. And as you see, we just execute him with the L3. The animations are so dope. 75 hits for a 6.4 fight. And then next up we have a Mr. Sinister, another champion that Guillotine is just super good against. I'm going to go ahead and activate the stability function again, just to get a little bit of regen going. But again, Mr. Sinister, you don't want to crit against this guy or he heals, but with Guillotine, she doesn't crit. The only way she crits is if you use one of the pre-fights. But the path that I'm on right now, it has Back Blast. So after, I think it's 5 guaranteed crits, you get Incinerate on you, so we don't want that. And there's also Polka Dot Power, I think, and Rage on this path, but Guillotine doesn't care because her damage isn't big, flashy critical hits. It's non-crits and big numbers in red as you ramp her up. So, yeah, she's just great. She's really great. And she's also applying that degen, which I'm trying to time it so that I don't get it hot potatoed onto me from his L1. So yeah, whenever there's no degen on him, I'm gonna bait the L1s. If there is degen on him, I'm gonna try to not bait them, but sometimes he just throws it. But yeah, she's such a good option for Havoc and Mr. Sinister, man. It's beautiful. I really enjoy her playstyle. It feels really good swinging that sword. She also has a nice power drain on the L1, which I don't use. I really haven't used, but it's just a nice safety option. And also on her L2, she applies a Spectre debuff, which stops all healing. I think it reverses it. So yeah, she just has a lot of coverage, and she's obviously a robot, so she's immune to suicides, which I run all the time. And I don't ever, like here, I'm not using any specials aside from the L3 to finish the opponent, so I never have to take recoil damage, I don't take any bleed damage, I don't take any poison damage, so it's like only the upside of suicides. It's pretty great. As you see, again, get him down to 2% and then just execute him with this sick L3, man. It looks so dope. Good times. 77 hits. Next up here we have the mini boss on this path. So it's a sunspot with the node Suns Out, Guns Out. Really good name for node. And then there's also Mighty Charge. So Mighty Charge is super annoying, but if you're a master of the reparry method, it's not too bad. So we're gonna hit some reparries, but we're also just gonna play around the node. And the node, I was thinking about it, like this node pretty much makes everyone Rhino. Like, because Rhino, you can't intercept him because he goes unstoppable when he dashes. The Mighty Charge node pretty much just makes every champ like Rhino, which I never thought of that before. But yeah, this reminds me of when I was a noob. Well, I wasn't a noob. Well, I was once a noob, but it reminds me of my time back in the olden days playing this game when I used Scarlet Witch and Black Widow a lot. And there was a Rhino in Road to the Labyrinth. And this Rhino is debuff immune, he has Safeguard, and I used to practice against him all the time using Black Widow. And I could solo the fight with her. And this fight just kind of reminds me of how I used to fight Rhino, which is basically you want to stay close to the opponent as much as possible, and then your parries will land, and you're safe. And you want to bait out specials, and you want to hit them on their block to give them power. And as you can see, everything's going really, really good in this fight. So we're 50 hits in, because we start with 100, and this guy's already half his health is gone. And yeah, I really don't have to worry. I've only had to rely on the reparry method a couple of times. The rest, you know, I've just hit regular parries because I was close enough to him that they stuck, or I've just been baiting special to get my openings, and yeah, this fight's going really good. Just Guillotine, he's great. I'm trying to think where I can go to get a really high combo with her to really kind of see what she can do, what kind of big red numbers we can get. But go for one more combo and then drop this L3. And like, this is only 75 hits in, and by the end we're shredding him. Like, just imagine her 300 hits deep. The numbers in red, bro, they get so nutty. It's insane. It's too bad she could have been so crazy in Abyss if it wasn't for the whole charges thing. But I got a couple more things of gameplay here, so I figure, you know, let's go into Labyrinth of Legends, where there's some health pools over 1 million. So I wanted to fight Old Man Logan, but I wanted to have 100 hits going in. So I'm just going to build her up on this Red Hulk here. And as you can see, I'm having a pretty good fight. I'm almost 300 hits deep, still got that full yellow bar. Get him to 2% time for the execution. And this will carry over our 100 hits into the next fight. And yeah, well, I wanted to see how quickly she can kill Old Man Logan. So 290 hit fight, 0 hits received, full yellow bar. We're looking good. Gonna jump into this Old Man Logan fight. I'm gonna go ahead and put on the regen. I think the regen and the crit. I'm gonna just apply both of them. Yeah. The armor is nice to have. So basically how it works is if you don't use one of the pre-fight abilities, you keep the armor buff. And it's super useful versus like Havoc and stuff, and it just helps to kind of mitigate block damage. But I'm not really going to be blocking too much here. I'm going to be intercepting, baiting specials, that sort of thing. So figured I might as well just go ahead and use both of my pre-fight abilities. And I don't need the power drain one because I want to be baiting out special attacks here. I always want to bait those L1s just to get as many openings as possible without having to worry. So that's pretty much the plan. I'm going to also bait a couple of heavy attacks here and there. But I just kind of wanted to see, starting with 100 hits, how many hits it would take to kill Old Man Logan with class advantage and everything like that. So yeah, it's so nice when you start a fight already ramped up with her. Like, I swear, that's the only downside to Guillotine, is ramping her up. And I guess having to finish with an L3, if for some reason there's a node that's forbidding you from getting to an L3, then yeah, that could pose a real problem, because then you couldn't have her built up for the next fight. But yeah, just building her up and I guess keeping her built up. Those are really the only downsides to her. Other than that, man, she's such a good champ, bro. I absolutely love using her. And I'm kind of sad that I have to put her on defense, because I'd like to use her in Alliance War offensively with that whole power burn method I showed you guys at the start, where you just don't have to bait a single special as long as there's not some kind of excess power gain to worry about. You don't have to bait a single special if you play it right. So yeah, I just see a lot of potential for her, and hopefully I get her awakened. Don't have a tech gem, and I'm not gonna use a generic, but yeah, well, I don't really plan on opening 5-star basics either. I'm only gonna go featured for a while, probably, because I need new champs. I need new champs to rank up. I still have a lot of resources in the overflow, tier 5 basic and tier 2 alpha mainly, and yeah, I need to rank some champs up. So I mean, I thought you guys have seen the last crystal openings. I'm sure we've opened 10 featured 5-star crystals, and the only champ worth ranking up potentially is Mole Man. It's really, I thought I'd get at least like 2 good champs that I'd want to rank up to use some of those resources on, but I misjudged my luck. Very much so, and didn't get anything for my 6 stars either. We awakened Jane Foster, so yeah, I don't want to rank her up. But I guess if the worst comes to worst, I'll just rank 2 some 6 stars. I still have Domino to rank 2. I just kind of wasn't really in a rush to do it, because I don't know if I'm going to rank 3 her or not. Still thinking about it. I need to see Weapon X first. He might be the rank 3 option if he's really good. Apparently he's going to be a good defender, which should be interesting. But yeah, I'm excited just to get him, play around with him. I'll rank 2 him immediately, But yeah, again, that's not going to be for probably like at least 3 weeks, maybe even longer until I get Whip next, and a lot of my resources will expire in the next 13 days, so gonna have to rank up some champs. But yeah, ranking up Guillotine here, no regrets on this at all. Super happy with this rank up. Honestly, she's becoming one of my favorite champs. Really digging her. You can see she is just shredding this old man Logan. We're 168 actual hits deep, and the numbers in red are ticking for 9,000 each hit. Each hit we're dealing 9,000 damage in red, which is just absolutely nuts to think about, man. That is so much damage. That's, yeah, and it just keeps ramping up. It'll just keep ramping up. At the end of the fight, it's hitting for 10k. Each hit, just 10k in red. That's, oh my god. And like I said, it keeps going higher and higher the more the combo you get. And I think it caps, it does have a cap, but again, I've never even seen someone hit the cap because the damage is just so nutty. But yeah, guys, that's going to do it for this Guillotine rank 5 video. That's all I got for you. Less than 200 hits to take down that old man Logan. Not bad. Really started to get pretty crazy towards the end. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the rank up video. Hope you guys enjoyed the fights. Let me know what you thought of the playstyle, with the power burn playstyle I showcased at the start. If you've seen it before, let me know. Like I said, I haven't really watched a whole bunch of Guillotine videos in my defense. I don't know, someone else could have made a video on it. But yeah, let me know what you guys think of it. And yeah, let me know if you guys want to see any other Guillotine gameplay. Like I said, I'm digging her. So yeah, drop a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe for some more content. Thank you guys so much for watching.